HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML Introduction Hyperlink Lists Tables Forms. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Introduction to HTML. HTML Hypertext Markup Language. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the most widely used language to design web pages. A web page is a web document that is accessible through the internet using a web browser like Internet Explorer. A website is composed of a group of web pages linked together. It is a central location that contain more than one web page. HTML Hypertext Markup Language, as its name suggests, is a markup language. Hypertext refers to the way in which web pages are linked together. When we click a link in a web page, we are using hypertext is simply a piece of text that works as a link. Markup language describes how HTML works. With a markup language, we are simply markup a text document with tags that tell a web browser how to structure it to display, so it's a way of writing layout information within a document. Creating a HTML pages, an HTML file must have an .html or .html file extension. HTML files can be created with text editors like Notepad, Notepad++, SPAD, or HTML editors. WYSIWYG stands for What You See Is What You Get editors like Microsoft Front Page, Macromedia, Dreamweaver, Netscape, Composer, Expression Web. First HTML page. In this example, body element carries an attribute whose name is color, which you can use to set the background color of the web page. Here the value set to color attribute is yellow. This means the background color of the web page will be yellow. HTML tags. First HTML page tags, with opening tag and closing tag. It's also called start tag and end tag. First HTML page header. The head tag is just a container for all other header elements. It simply defines the header section of the HTML document. It should be the first thing to appear after the opening HTML tag. first HTML page body. The body tag appears after the head tag. It defines the body section of HTML document, that is, it simply defines the document's body. The body tag contains all the contents of an HTML document, such as text, hyperlinks, images, tables, lists, etc.
Hyperlinks.
Links to the same document. Links to the same document ended as also known as internal hyperlink. Links to the same document, it's also known as internal hyperlink or relative hyperlink. For example, a relative link is similar to telling someone that he or she needs to go to the Western Mall. If the person already knows where the Western Mall is, he or she doesn't need additional directions. Web browser behave the same way in case of relative link. Creating lists. Ordered lists with old tag. Create an ordered list using start with opening old tag and end with closing old tag. Attribute values for type are numeric, uppercase letters, lowercase letters, uppercase numerals, or lowercase numerals. Unordered lists with UL tag. Create an unordered list using start with opening UL tag and end with closing UL tag. Attribute values for type are like disk, circle, or square. Definition lists with DL tag. Creating definition lists using start with opening DL tag and end with closing DL tag. Pairs of text and associated definition text is in DT tag. Definition in DD tag. Nested list. It is a combination of order list, unordered list, and definition list. HTML tables. HTML tables. Tables represent tabular data. A table consists of one or several rows. Each row has one or more columns. Tables comprised of several tags: opening table tag and closing table tag, and the table opening tr tag and closing tr tag create a table. Row opening dd tag and closing dd tag create tabular data. Tables should not be used for layout use. CSS floats and position styles indeed. Cell spacing and cell padding. Tables have two important attributes. Cell spacing defines the empty space between cells, and cell padding defines the empty space around the cell content. Nesting of tables. HTML forms. HTML characters. Entities. HTML form. Drop-down list. Thanks you for watching my presentation.